Cinematic depictions of the afterlife tend to be religious, or at least spiritual. Coco is rooted in the Mexican Day of the Dead celebrations. Charlie St. Cloud stars Zac Efron as an undertaker who has to choose between his dead brother and the woman he loves. In What Dreams May Come, Robin Williams plays a man who goes to heaven while his suicidal wife goes to hell. It would be incredibly distasteful to point out the irony of that premise, but, Soul is about the separation of body and soul, a decidedly religious concept. Ghost, Beetlejuice, and The Lovely Bones all revolve around disembodied spirits who refuse to move on. This Is the End is a movie directed by two Jewish filmmakers featuring the Christian rapture, the Christian God, the Christian devil, and the Christian heaven. It's rare that an afterlife movie doesn't have some sort of connection to faith or spirituality. But the concept of life after death isn't just confined to religion, and viewing it through the lens of spiritual mumbo-jumbo clouds a lot of the most fascinating questions that an afterlife would bring up, namely the chance to reflect on one's life after it's over, the regrets, the triumphs, the missed opportunities. Albert Brooks has explored religion in a number of his projects. His speculative novel 2030 imagines the first Jewish president of the United States. Looking for comedy in the Muslim world sees the US government sending Brooks to South Asia to figure out what makes Muslims laugh. But Brooks's afterlife movie, Defending Your Life, has no interest in religion or spirituality. His secular depiction of the hereafter has no black and white notion of heaven and hell. It has no religious associations at all. It's not even about determining whether people are good or bad. In Defending Your Life, purgatory is presented as a courtroom where human beings have to defend the decisions they've made throughout their lives. Earth is revealed to be a sort of training ground, where humans use a tiny chunk of their brain's capacity, usually focused solely on fear, and they have to prove they've conquered those fears before they can proceed to the next phase of existence and experience more of what the universe has to offer. Brooks plays Daniel Miller, a neurotic ad executive who dies in a car crash on his 39th birthday. He awakens in Judgment City, a cosmic resort for the recently deceased, with comedy clubs, bowling alleys, and all-you-can-eat buffets. Represented by a sort of existential defense attorney named Bob Diamond, played by the great Rip Torn, Daniel spends the next few days being confronted with painful memories from his relatively short life, as ruthless judges and prosecutors submit ample evidence that Daniel is a coward who constantly caused his own failures and disappointments, and Bob desperately tries to give him the benefit of the doubt. From real life to modern romance to Lost in America, Brooks's movies tend to take a hilariously cynical point of view when it comes to society and human interactions. But Defending Your Life is different. It's a shamelessly positive, uplifting movie that recalls the existentially optimistic messaging of It's a Wonderful Life and A Matter of Life and Death. As it goes on, Defending Your Life leaves behind its high-concept fantasy trappings and becomes a resonant, heartwarming love story, as Daniel falls for a fellow dead person named Julia, played brilliantly as usual by Meryl Streep. There's a great irony in this romantic arc. Daniel had nothing but failed relationships on Earth, then meets his soulmate in limbo while awaiting judgment. Julia is basically a perfect human being. She's accomplished, heroic, and passes to the next stage of existence with flying colours. Julia is praised for saving her kids from a burning building, while Daniel has to justify why he passed up the opportunity to invest in Casio. Julia's love and compassion and fearlessness inspire Daniel to become a more courageous person. What's really interesting about the movie isn't what it has to say about a possible afterlife, or the other forms of existence that might be out there. It's what it has to say about our seemingly meager and mundane lives on Earth, and how our decisions and our actions ultimately form who we are. People don't have the ability to step back and recollect their experiences impartially, but Daniel is forced to do just that. Every stupid decision, every painful compromise, and every time he let his fears get the better of him, is presented to him as a little movie, before highly skilled litigators pick apart all his thought processes and emotional responses. Defending Your Life is as much a study of self-reflection as it is a study of the afterlife. Daniel went through his 39 years with blinders on, following his insecure impulses and failing to really embrace life. It's only when he's forced to face these problems that his eyes are opened and he makes a conscious effort to better himself. Ultimately, the message of the movie is that it's never too late to change, even after you're dead. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video. Remember to like and subscribe and click on the little bell. And also seize the day and call your mom and be kind to yourself.